in 3, 2. We're not even going to do Are we doing an intro, Justin?
I'll do an intro. Yeah, that's what I do.
3, 2, 1.
3, go. Welcome to Nintendo Dads. It's your post E3 Nintendo Direct reaction. We're a little bit of a day late, but hey, I'm here with Zach. I'm here with Jesse. I'm in my car. Let's record this thing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Dads Podcast. My name is Zach Erickson, and today is June 13th, 2018. Joining me today from his car, this is a little bit of we're squeezing this one in when we can, folks. Justin Maston, what's going on, Justin?
I want to recognize that for those of you that do not listen to the most horsepowerful Xbox Drive podcast out there, the Xbox Drive, hosted by our good friend Sean Capri, that was a little bit of my salute to his introduction. But I'm doing fantastic. It is post E3. I have some mixed feelings about it, much like when I eat a bad burrito. It's been boiling down there. I don't really know how it's coming out which end, but I'm excited to tell you all a little bit about it. Speaking of a guy who doesn't know which end it's coming out of and loves his burritos, Jesse Waldak, how are you, sir?
I do love my burritos, and I am doing well. I'll be doing better tomorrow when my air conditioning finally works.
There you go. We appreciate you sweating this out for all of our fantastic fans.
That's delicious.
Which, because of the no air conditioning, I have to shut my fan off to record.
Which is why you're literally sweating it out.
That's gross. All right.
You're welcome.
Well, you know what? I don't even have bumpers. I don't even have my whole setup thing here right now.
It's all right. They don't come here for
but
quality.
we're going to just we're talking about E3, ladies and gentlemen. It is now, I think Nintendo's Day 2 stream is about 5 minutes away from starting.
Yeah.
So I will keep my eye on that in case something is announced.
Sure.
Yeah. My version of the recording is actually using the same setup we did during yesterday's live reaction.
Beautiful.
So I'm looking at our window in this corner, and I can see in the little itty bitty corner the treehouse stuff, but I won't be able to hear anything.
So I mean, this is quite timely, right? So we are 24 hours post Nintendo's official E3 Direct. Right.
Yep.
Now there was some information that kind of rolled out afterwards. As we talked about during our reaction, Nintendo does this, right? They have the treehouse. They kind of spurred out some other information. Nothing like mine. Well, there are some good things coming out there, but I guess let's go around the horn real fast. 24 hours later, it sat with you. Let's start with you, Zach. How are you feeling about this now, 24 hours later? If you maybe had to give it a grade scale thing.
I'd say I'd give it I would give it I'm waffling between an A- and a B+.
Sure. Okay. So high grades.
Yeah, I would say. Well, I mean, I'm a perfectionist, but yeah, that's a decent grade. You know,
Sure.
it's not. It's
Sure.
not
I'm a guy who says C's and D's get degrees, so that's cool by me. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
That's like the philosophy of my kids as well, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is why my
Jesse?
son's in summer school.
Sure, Jesse. How's it sitting with you now, though? How you feel?
Not much change over yesterday. Again, I'd say like 85% of this is stuff I don't care about. And of course, since Smash was the majority of it, I'm not a big, everyone knows I'm not a big Smash player.
Right.
My son is. What I wish I did is when I talked to him on the ride home last night from when I picked him up from school, I wish I recorded that conversation. That could have been a podcast in itself. He put forth the most expression I've ever seen out of him.
Really?
He wasn't Roger level excited, but he was really excited for.
Oh my gosh! Did you watch Roger's reaction?
Oh, I did.
I did.
I
did.
I had my son watch Roger's reaction too.
Never changed.
Yeah,
Never changed.
I don't know if there's anything in my life other than possibly the birth of my own children that would get me that excited to be on tears for this. But God bless you, Roger. We love your energy. On the flip side of that, Josh Thomas, stay classy the way you are, sir, with your just mad hate for the Direct. So we'll talk about that stuff later. So Jesse, you're like about it. I'm going to say, sorry, I pushed Zach to give it a letter grade. What would you give it?
B-.
B-.
Yeah, because
Right,
I still appreciate what they did. I know other people are happy for, and I'm happy for them. It's just not a lot for me, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and I would tend to agree with.
I'm happy that you're happy.
Yeah, a little bit. And I would kind of tend to agree with you. Like 24 hours out, I'm left with a bit of a B minus C plus feeling in my gut.
I think here's the thing is that I think that if Smash Brothers is a big deal to you, this was a great E3. If it wasn't, for me, like looking at the next at the rest of this year, you've got their two main big titles are Pokemon Let's Go and Smash Brothers. And both of those games I'm really excited for. And so this is a great E3 for me, but I'm looking through all of these other things. And if you don't like those, there isn't really a whole bunch for you. I guess as far as news, by the way, if you didn't see this since because this wasn't announced in the event yesterday, at the end of the Splatoon tournament last night, they announced that Octo expansion is coming out today. So
today, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
like tonight. I think what was it, like 9 o'clock tonight? It was later in the day.
It's evening. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever.
So I expect, I'd say tomorrow morning to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then to pair that as well, they also announced a 3-pack of new amiibo associated with the Octoling expansion pack as well, which looks fantastic.
They're all the same color, which is kind of a weird choice.
Yeah, but it's that red Octoling kind of color they're going with. I actually think they look really good. I'd love to pick them up. I don't want to pick them up in a 3-pack though. I only want like one of them.
No.
Yeah, if I could pick them one, I'd do that, but I don't know if I want all three.
Maybe we'll have to get together and see which ones we want.
We probably want the same one.
And we'll just
probably
sort the.
Do you guys all want the boy one? Is that what you? Or either one. I'm looking at the boy one. I'm like, yep, that's cool.
Yep. Yeah. So and then of course, that was announced obviously the Splatoon Invitational Championship, and then prior to that, right hot off the stream, really, when they were talking about Ridley, and of course we're gonna get to Ridley being in Smash here in a couple moments. The Ridley amiibo was announced as well, which looks absolutely sick. By the way, that's a definite get. They also showed off a new Inkling Girl, which, by the way, I wasn't super impressed with.
Yeah,
I felt like they could have done better with it. It just felt like they repurposed the first amiibo they ever built with Inklings and was like, let's put it on a Smash base.
Yeah.
Now, what they did say is they do have a Daisy amiibo. They did not show it there, but there was 2 other empty spots that they had on the amiibo stand, which we suspect will be showed off, I believe, today. Here's what I'm thinking. So now, of course, let's rewind it a bit. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, every single character that has ever been in any Smash game is going to be in this game. Fantastic. We obviously know... Oh, wow, my battery's almost dying.
Plug it in, boy.
I'm working on it. We obviously know that a lot of the amiibo were already fulfilled when they did the first run for the Wii U. So I suspect we're going to see Ice Climbers amiibo and a Solid Snake amiibo eventually, and maybe a Wolf amiibo.
We could and also Pichu is another one that we could see as well.
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
So yeah. So let's. Should we run through? By the way, okay, the live stream is now on, so I'll just keep an eye on that. Do we have any? Okay, let's go through the points here, and see what we can see. Jesse, you're the one who's kind of got all the notes, right?
Yeah, I just want to stop. We want to start at the top and just go down.
Let's just do hot takes.
Yeah, I think for each one, we don't need to spend a ton of time because Nintendo didn't spend a ton of time.
Right.
Snap.
That's great. Well, they started with Daemon Cross Machina, which looks interesting. Not sure if it's for me, but it looked pretty.
I agree.
I don't even know enough about it's hard to even.
Yeah, no one does. That's all we got.
Yeah.
Art style looks cool.
And a lot of people don't even know how to pronounce those words, apparently, based on what I've been hearing in other podcasts. Like Arlo had a really hard time with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
then
I don't know either one.
So then, what I thought was DLC for Xenoblade 2 actually sounds like it might be a new retail pack. I don't know. I'm still confused.
It's both. Yeah, it's both. They're going to be releasing a physical case with a download code in it. And so you can buy the prequel. Essentially, it's a prequel to Xenoblade 2. You can either download it separately, or if you have the expansion pass, you get it for free. But I don't know why you wouldn't get Xenoblade is such a huge game, and this is going to be a smaller chunk of it. I think it looks cool. I still have 2.5 chapters to go in Xenoblade. So,
Sorry, so Zach, can I get some clarity on that? Could you buy this as a standalone and not already have Xenoblade?
absolutely, yep.
Really? Okay,
Yep.
that's interesting.
Yeah, so which tells me that it's going to be and they're selling it for like $40 or something. So I think that it's a fairly meaty prequel.
So they're basically they're re-releasing the game on retail with the DLC included, or you can buy it DLC 3 shop if you already own it.
Right, if you already have purchased the expansion pass. Which, by the way, I think the expansion pass was like $30. Like it was more expensive than the Zelda DLC. So.
Big shout out to Nintendo who gave us the code for that, by the way.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, and then that comes out in September.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. I think that's pretty cool. They had announced that. People are saying like, "Oh, that was a nice surprise." It's like actually we knew that was coming.
Yeah.
So we didn't know exactly what it was, but we knew it was coming. Anyway. What's
The Reggie showed up, talked about Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, showed off the Pokeball Plus, which looked tiny in his monster hands.
Yeah, it did.
Where in the previous videos, it looked like a decent size. So, so it's hard to tell what it's going to be.
Probably more, I think that these are man-sized hands, is what we're finally seeing them for the first time. You know what I mean? Versus...
Right.
Versus, sort of smaller child hands.
Yeah,
So
it sounds like that they're going to release a bundle with the game and the Pokeball. I saw it up on Amazon, but it was already sold out before I can get to it for $100. Which is actually a good deal because the game will be $60 and the individual Pokeball will be $50.
Yep.
So you're saving a tenner.
Yeah, the Pokeballs are up at GameStop as of this time, and I actually have 3 on pre-order.
I think I saw something yesterday that like there was a price mistake on Amazon, and you could get the Pokeball for like $60, which is
no, it was the bundle. It was bundle originally marked at 100, discounted down to 50 or something like that.
Wow!
And that got taken down really quick. So I don't know. I bet they're going to cancel those orders because I know Sorin got one through. But
nice.
I wouldn't surprise me if they cancel those orders.
Yeah. So that's that one. I don't know. Again, they didn't really show off anything new for.
Yeah, nothing new. We already knew the date, the release date to that. So.
Yeah. And then we've got
Super Mario.
I guess they said that Mew comes in the Pokeball.
Oh yeah. You get a Mew with every Pokeball.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, but.
A little bit of pay to win.
No, Mew it's more rarity than anything.
Okay.
Mew is so.
Well, and if it's like the Mew that they gave away back in like '99 or 2000 originally, at special events, it's still a level 5 when you get it. So because back then there was a bug. I think like Gen 2's eggs hatched at level 5 because there was a bug that they couldn't hatch at level 1. So that's why everything was level 5, kind of the lowest you found. Anyways, so there's one. It's just in Gen 1, Psychic is overpowered just because the only weakness is bug.
Yeah.
Sure. Hitting next after this, though, man, I was excited for this. Super Mario Party coming to the Nintendo Switch. My family's pumped. What about you guys?
I'm pretty excited about it. I think it'll be. I'm not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see exactly how big it is.
Nintendo also showed off the 2-screen touching application where you have 2 switches together on tabletop. Essentially, they connect. It looks like a giant map is formed. We saw this patent about 6 weeks ago. Great to see this in action. I thought. I don't have enough friends that have Nintendo Switches that would have the game for us to do this in.
I know. I don't.
Looks cool. I'm glad someone does it.
Yeah,
and that's coming out early October. I think it's October 5th.
October 5th. Yeah, we have 3 Switches in the house. We'll have a 4th once a birthday hits in November. But the problem is, I don't know if anyone else cares about Mario Party enough to convince to buy 2 copies of the game to make that work.
Yeah, that's a bit of the rub, right? A little bit of the rub. Following off this one, if I remember correctly, the worst kept secret in the video game industry or business. Fortnite announced for the Nintendo Switch.
There was a small Fire Emblem kind of preview.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care. That's when I was falling asleep. So that's why we moved forward.
So real quick, the Fire Emblem one, there was by the looks of it, it looks like there's like tactical like squad based stuff, and which I think is pretty cool. I'm interested to see if that is or how that plays out, because that'll be interesting to see if that's kind of like they zoom into the battle and all of a sudden there's like 20 people alongside you, which I thought was a cool new addition.
Then you can arrange them in formations. I've seen mobile games that do something similar, and I tried one and wasn't impressed. So
yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I'm looking forward to it. The name Three Houses has me worried, because if there are 3 versions of this game, I am going to be a little bit annoyed. But yeah, moving on to Fortnite, though, a little bit of a pro tip for everybody. If you have Amazon Prime, make sure that you sign up for Twitch Prime, because there's free stuff in there for you. There's like free skins and there's some free skins going on right now in Fortnite if you have them. So yeah, something to wet your whistle. I don't know.
And if
Zach, you may have to send me the instructions on how to do that, because I have Amazon.
Just go to Twitch. Yeah, just go to Twitch Prime. I think just Google Twitch Prime, dude, and then they have like free loot stuff there. And it's
cool.
And if you've previously played Fortnite on the PS4, you cannot use the same Epic account on the Switch, and the internet is ablaze. And even Jim Sterling chimed in on that. And if he talks about you, you're doing something wrong.
And basically, if you have a Sony account, like if you've ever used your Fortnite account on a PS4, you cannot use it on any other game console.
And it's not just Fortnite. Apparently, Epic's got other games as well. And I forget. I don't know what they are, but I read someone played the other game on the PS4, and even because of that, he couldn't use the same account on the Switch to play Fortnite.
We had this similar kind of thing come up last year with the
Rocket League.
Or Rocket League, and I think Minecraft. They weren't going to do the.
This is a little bit different, because there is just no, you can't crossplay, which is, if you don't find, Sony can make that decision. But this is actually blocking your use of a third-party account on something that's completely unrelated. That's
true. Yeah, that's true. I would be annoyed. I'm glad that I don't.
Yeah, my son was annoyed. He and my daughter had to make new accounts.
It's funny, because I feel like Sony came out of this generation like just on fire, and ever since then they've done nothing but that Xbox, they have let Xbox regain their ground, which is not very smart. So
and especially since Switch it looks like it may outpace Xbox One in the next few years. Sony's got to watch out for Switch coming up.
Yeah.
So that's, sorry, go ahead.
Yep. So Fortnite hit. I went on my friends list at some point last night and looked, and I had 2 rows of friends, and all it said was Fortnite. So that was fantastic. Give that a shot if you haven't already. Free to play. There's some microtransactions you can do in there. It's not a pay to win, but it's helping skins and passes and that kind of stuff. So, you could probably throw a tenner at this and kind of be grand. So that's fine. What else happened after this?
Overcooked 2?
I think
some small game you may be interested in.
I've already reached out to the PR folks and told them how much I love them.
That's coming out August 7.
Yes, that's good. And if you can pre-order right now on the Nintendo Switch eShop, you get the DLC of 6 different chefs as well. This looks fantastic. If you haven't played Overcooked before, go check it out. Overcooked 2 is going to be fantastic. I'm so excited. After this, Hollow Knight, and that was an out now release on the eShop. This is a game that has been talked about for, this feels like about a year now, coming to the Nintendo Switch. And that had some DLC bundled into it as well. I think it's under $20 on the eShop. Hand-drawn art style. Heard some positive things about it.
I've seen a lot of people excited in the Patreon chat.
Yeah, Zach, actually, one of our fans reached out to us and said it's not a 2D pixelated game, so Zach might be interested.
No 8 bits anywhere.
Yeah.
It's more the 2D platformer thing than the 8.
There you go.
Fact,
Fair enough.
One of the only 8-bit, or one of the only platformers of recent time that I've really enjoyed. with Shovel Knight. So
There you go.
so it's hard to say. But I mean, I saw that too, and I kind of had to laugh. But
So speaking
Yeah.
of pixelation, since he skipped over it, there's Killer Queen Black.
Oh yeah, how did I forget about that one? Killer Queen Black, absolutely love this. There was some miscommunications regarding release windows for this. The direct said 2018, but apparently a PR release says 2019, and their Twitter account for Killer Queen Black still says 2018. So it may have just been a PR flub potentially, but there's I think we're looking to get clarity on that one. But
Wouldn't be the first time.
this is fantastic. I'm excited. And it's got online play as well. Man, I'm pumped. Sorry, let's take a quick pin. I need to go back to something. Fortnite has inline voice chat available.
Or will on Thursday. It isn't
Will on
isn't live
Thursday.
yet.
headphone jack.
Using your headphone jack and a microphone, like I am right now on this
Thank
Skype
you.
call,
Good.
can allow for voice chat. The internet, speaking of things that we began to shake our fist at, we began shaking our fist at that. So we'll see what happens there.
No kidding. That's broken, dude.
Yeah.
Um,
So Killer Queen Black. What do we move on to after?
Octopath Traveler, nothing new, except other than a new demo will be released tomorrow.
yeah.
Zach, you liked this game. You pumped for this?
Octopath. Yeah, I don't know. I think so. I could be good. Sure. I'm not.
I always love your enthusiasm.
And then
I'm not super passionate about it.
trailer was also shown at the Square Enix event, and they
Yeah.
did kind of walk through. They could have listed all 8 classes. I don't know if we knew all of them before, but we do now.
Right. Okay. What happened after that?
Then was the sizzle reel of like 4 minutes of like 20 games spewed out.
Yeah. Yeah, all games that had pretty much been announced earlier. I think, right? What we'd seen in some context. I know Wolfenstein was in there.
Yeah, do you want me to
Darksiders was
do you
in
want me to
there.
do a quick read of the list?
SNK.
And if you
Yeah,
want
let's
to
give us a
stop,
quick rundown.
if you want to stop on something, interrupt me. So Starlink, October 16th. Arena of Valor, fall. Minecraft will be a retail release next week. And I think if you bought the digital release, you can get an update for free. Maybe it's a small price, I'm not sure. Sushi Striker already available. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and as I typed it, I write Kongdom Battle, and I kept it.
Sure.
Donkey Kong Adventure DLC, June 26th, so 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
Pixark, fall. Just Dance 2019, October 23rd. Dragon Ball Fighter Z 2018. Splatoon 2 Octo Expansion. They had said summer 2018, but as we said already, that comes tonight.
Yep.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, July 13th. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, June 29. Ninjala, Spring 2019, which kind of looks like Splatoon with swords.
With ninjas, yeah. Swords, yeah.
Carcassonne, I think that's how it's
Carcassonne.
pronounced.
It's a board game typically. It's been there was a press release about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming holiday. FIFA 18 World Cup update available now.
Round ball.
Yay, sports ball. And
Sports ball.
FIFA 19 September 28th. Ark Survival Evolved fall. Wasteland 2 Director's Cut fall. Paladins available now. Fallout Shelter available now.
Paladins, by the way, is really fun. I've been playing it a little bit.
Paladins is fun.
Yeah. Have you
I
been
thought
playing
you'd
it?
like it. No, here's honest story, guys. So I downloaded Paladins. I downloaded Fortnite. I got a code for a game we're reviewing called Pode. Got a ton of stuff. I got the Sheltered. I got like all the free stuff. I'm excited, ready to play. You know what? I didn't get a chance to play any games in the last 2 days. My wife is still addicted to Stardew Valley. And I can't get my Switch back. It's not good. It's not good. I've taken it. It's in the car with me right now because I thought, hey, I might be able to play some games here. Yeah, no, we're doing a podcast instead.
Nice.
I got one game of Fortnite in last night and I died.
Oh man, I suck at Fortnite. I think I like Paladins a little bit better because I don't suck as bad.
I'm excited to play Paladins though with you.
Yeah.
Fallout Shelter.
And then,
Go ahead.
yeah, Fallout Shelter, right?
Yeah, I didn't download it for Switch, but I did play it on iOS when it was new. It's fun, but I got sick of it. Dark Souls Remastered Summer, SNK Heroes Tag Team Frenzy September 7, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate August 28, Wolfenstein 2 New Colossus June 29, The World Ends With You Final Remix Fall, Mega Man 11 October 2.
I'm a little bit sad that we didn't get a what's the word? That we didn't get a date for World Ends With You, because I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, that felt like they could have tightened that up a bit, eh?
Yeah,
for sure. And I think especially when you've got some space in that window, right? You could have said September 21st or whatever the heck it was, right? They could have tightened that one up for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Was that it? Was that it, Jesse?
Mega Man 11 October 2 and Mario Tennis Aces next week.
Exciting. So I mean, like, I'm not a huge Smash fan. Jesse, I know you're not. We'll talk to you in a second here, Zach. The pacing up to this point felt really good. Felt like they're banging things out. I thought great sizzle reel, great pace. I'm excited to see what they have. And then they make this pivot into the Smash Brothers content. And Zach, maybe this is where you can pick up, since you're the bigger Smash fan here. I'm going to be really honest, like, straight off the bat, I think the Smash content was about 8 to 10 minutes too long.
Yeah.
And they showed a little too much, and they needed to leave a little bit more surprise ahas. And
what do you mean?
I think, like, I feel like the pacing was good of, like, let me show you all the characters. And then you're like, yes, and it's like, and everyone's there. And you're like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, and now let's show you their smashes. And it was like, no.
Yeah, too far. And they went.
Well,
I feel like even having some of that, like, here's how we change some of these things. I think that was okay. They went a little bit too detailed with it, but then they started getting into, like, here's how to do a tech grab, or you know what I mean? Like, that stuff was like, okay, guys, like, this is getting a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's where I think it went too far. That was where even for me, I was like, okay, I don't know if I need to know all of this stuff. And the thing is that I don't have a problem with them spending that much time doing that. It's the fact that they went into it in the middle of their E3 presentation. It was specifically when they did it that was the problem.
Yeah. If here's what I would love someone to do, and maybe we could probably do this on the Nintendo Dad's channel. Take that section of the Smash trailer and re-edit it. So it's, here's your characters, right? And then cut out all that other stuff in between, and then go, by the way, you can also play with your amiibos. By the way, you can also play with the controllers, and we have one more thing, right? And that's the Ridley. I think the pacing would have been better on that. I think you would have had better momentum.
Yeah.
And you could have given a bit more breadth to the other 10 minutes of other stuff you spent over here. You could have breathed some of those things out a little bit longer. You could have reinserted other games in there that we know are coming up. We've got games like Dead Cell, Travis Strikes Again. You've got some indie projects out there that you could.
We didn't see that at all yet.
Yeah, and I mean, we've got dates for some of those things. You could have been breathing life into those, and it felt like you just missed the mark. So I don't know.
Well, and I think here's the thing is that, and I was thinking about this morning, is it's hilarious to me how last year, or for the past several years, Nintendo let us know ahead of time, hey, this is what we're going to do. And everybody's song was, that's okay. E3 is not that big of a deal. It doesn't matter what they show. It's more important that they show that they really show us something. And now that they didn't manage those expectations ahead of time, everyone is super disappointed. And I'm much less, I honestly feel like the same as almost every year, they have failed to manage people's expectations. And that is a big problem of what we're seeing today.
And here's the thing I want to say, and I'm not, and I saw you post something out there too, Zach, about like, hey, you've got games to play. There are a ton of games to play. I'm not upset about the games. I'm not upset about the content. I'm not upset about how they deliver. I'm not. I guess what I'm more from a consumer's perspective critical of is their delivery of that content.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Smash is out there. I'm loving that you're happy for it and Roger's happy for it. I think it's great. I know we have people in our community who are happy. I'm awesome. Like, that's awesome. Do I have games to play? I absolutely do for the next 6 months. I'm not upset about that. And here's the other thing we have to realize, and this goes back to your conversation statement there a second ago, Zach, is the fact that Nintendo has for years not looked at E3 differently than the other big guys.
Yeah.
Nintendo has a pipeline communication to us. Here's the thing, you guys, if I hear people say, like, there's no games for me to play, shut up. Sit down and wait 6 weeks. Because they're going to come out with another Direct, and they're going to tell you more games, or another Direct, they're going to show you more games the next 3 months that they're going to fill those slots with, and you're going to be happy. This happens. I'm sure that Reggie gets so tired of this conversation after any Nintendo E3 event. Yes, we didn't talk about this. Don't worry, we have more in our catalog for the year, and you'll be excited. We're not showing everything here. Like, that's how they work. Like, don't be shocked. Don't be upset. Sit down and simmer.
Well, and how long ago was it that we even found out about Smash Brothers in the first place? Like, we're dealing with, like, fans, and I think
3
part of
months ago?
I think part of the issue too is that Nintendo basically has been
Sorry.
So
I have no way to mute that.
You good, bro?
Yeah. This is what happens when we podcast
It's a live call-in show, Zach. It's a live call-in show.
Right.
And on the lines, who's this?
Yeah. So that's actually the people installing my AC unit tomorrow. So I need
So-
to call them back after this.
But again, I think that part of this too is that the other companies are perfectly happy to show off games that are way far away. Nintendo has made it clear that's not something they're even remotely interested in.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I think that we're just it looks like they have less games coming out. But if you look at Microsoft's conference, what even of the things that they announced, what is even there? You know what I mean? Or like what's coming out this year? Whereas so I don't know.
You're 100% correct. I mean, essentially, minus a couple of the games they announced, these are all games that they highlighted for us. You are going to be playing in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Minus a couple of like here's the Fire Emblem's got pushed to 2019. That game Maka something. What the heck was it called? Damien Machia, whatever game.
Damon Cross
Right,
Machina.
Yeah, and then there was an indie game in there, like Ninjas with Bubblegum, basically, is a 2019 game. And here's the thing, guess what? They did this last year, too. And remember Metroid Prime 4? And remember Yoshi? Right? And remember Kirby?
Yeah.
Right now, here, let's take a pause on that one, though. What was absent was Yoshi and Metroid.
Yeah.
And Nintendo has officially said that those are being pushed out into 2019. I know that Damon Baker said that they did not feel they had anything that they really want to focus on what you'll be playing very soon as opposed to what you'll be playing later, and that's why they didn't show Metroid. I suspect we're going to see a Metroid trailer sometime in December, right, for 2019.
I think it's crazy that I think if they would have just showed a trailer, they even don't have to even say anything else. Just show the trailer of Metroid, show some game footage, show some stills. I don't know, do something. And who knows? Maybe we'll get that information on the stream over the next 2 days.
Yeah, I'm actually fine that they didn't show Metroid because one of the things that bugs me especially with Sony, is like this was Spider-Man's third showing. The Kojima weird game had 3 showings.
Death Strand.
Final Fantasy VII was shown 3 years ago and may not even be out in 5. So if they show me a game, unless they say it's coming out this year, I honestly don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that it is also nice to know that there is additional stuff coming in the future on your platform, and so I can see it both ways, I guess.
I think there's a proper balance between here's what you're playing in the next 6 months to here's what our pipeline. Let's give you a little bit of a pipeline to next year, and you don't give it like 2020 or 2021. You give it like in the next 12 months. Right, so they could have shown, and I think, and that's what they did with Fire Emblem, right? In 2019, I suspect that's a spring game, right? Like, so I mean, they show you a little bit of that, but I don't need a whole, Donkey Kong Country 6 is coming in 2022. We don't need that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't know, man. All of the, as they call the QQ, is annoying to me. So. But I mean, that's part of E3. I think that some people just really enjoy complaining at E3, and that's okay too. If that's what you want to do,
yeah,
then do it. I don't care. But anyway, so as far as Smash Brothers goes, I think we can talk a little bit about the details too. I think it's interesting that basically what they've done is created the ultimate. I think I said this yesterday when we were doing our live reactions. That was, basically, is this a remake or is this a new game?
Yes.
And the answer is yes, right? It's both. It is the ultimate celebration of Smash Brothers, where every single character that has ever been in the game, plus more, are in it. And also, I think the current count, given all of the pictures and videos and things from all the different stuff for stages, is the current count is over 75 stages in this game.
I heard.
So that's nuts. This is basically, it's not just a remake. It is, let's literally take everything from Smash Brothers history and throw it into a game.
And then plus take all those stages and multiply it by 3, because there's a battlefield and a megaform for every stage.
Right. Yeah. So that's crazy. That is insane. That's the amount of content in this game is going to be nuts. And
there's a great picture on the internet. I'll have to find him and put it on our Instagram account. It's Sakurai. He's kind of like in his typical sitting there in the producer's chair almost. I think the statement below it is, "Don't ask me for anything again." Right? It was. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Let that man go retire. He's done. He's done.
So did you see that pentagram art that someone gave me a link to, a high-res version of that? It's literally 83 megapixels. It's almost 150 megs in file size.
I saw someone split that across 3 desktops.
Yes. So it's just really impressive. Cool. I opened it up and looked at it at 100%, and there's a lot of detail in those characters.
Yeah.
For a piece of art that very rarely gets looked at in that way.
Yeah, I don't know. So again, for people out there who this game isn't for you, I think it's one thing to say the games that they showed are not for me. I think that is much different than saying that they are not. That Nintendo in general, and I think as well, recognizing the difference between how they presented it and how they presented the rest of the year versus at E3 versus what does the rest of their year look like. You've got the 1-2 punch of Pokemon and Smash at the end of the year that is that I can't imagine a more significant, a more powerful combination on a single platform that you could possibly put on the Switch. So I don't know. I have a hard time. If it's not for you, that's fine, but that doesn't mean. But it is for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be very excited about this, and just because it's not for you doesn't mean that it's not going to be.
And I have a feeling this is going to, Wii U. I don't remember the numbers, but I think Smash for Wii U is probably the Wii U's one of the top 5 games. And now I can see the Smash version outselling the Wii U version.
Oh yeah.
Within 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong did the same thing.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I get it, but also too bad. I don't know. I don't really know.
I did hear they are going to be re-releasing the GameCube adapters, which is good because I want to pick up another one.
Yeah, I've got one, but
I have one somewhere. I don't know where it landed. It hit a box somewhere and got buried.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Justin? Is Justin still there? Did Justin go and take his kids? His kids? Yeah, he's not here.
Yeah, he might.
So yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's. I don't know. What do you think, Justin? Am I off my? Am I playing psychology both here right now, or
No, I don't think so. I think you're playing the logical person, right? Who can understand the hype cycle of something, and the ability to be calm and measured about it also. So, no, I think you're fine. I mean, I think it's going to do amazing sales. It's not going to be a huge shock on that one.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that it's existence. And you got to remember people got Odyssey and Breath of the Wild last year, and I mean that's a huge games, and Pokemon's going to do massive for them also. So, there's a ton of content out there. Stop whining people.
Yep.
And on that note, I actually have to go and pick up my kids now. Sorry.
All right, cool, man. Sounds
Talk
good.
to you guys later, okay?
Yeah, take it
Thanks.
easy.
Bye.
So,
I did a count. So during the event, they listed off every character and they had a number associated with it, which they said was the order in which they were introduced into the series.
yeah.
And when I thought I was done, it still had 2 gaps in it. I'm like, what? Where do these 2? How did I miss 2? And then that's when they showed Yoshi and Luigi at the end. I'm like, oh, there they are.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So yeah, they listed all those 64 characters initially, not including what they call Echo Fighters,
Yep.
because Lucina and Dark Pit are Echo Fighters. So it's not now. Clones have always been a thing since the GameCube version, but they've never really addressed it, I don't think. So now they've given it an official name.
Yeah.
They introduced Peach as a new Echo Fighter.
Yeah,
or Daisy is Peach's Echo Fighter.
I'm looking at all of these different, like, I wonder if what's interesting is that there are some of these that are clearly Echo Fighters and some of them that are like,
well, like Wolf was a clone, and there's other, like Dr. Mario was a clone, but over the years they've gained their own moveset and personalities, so they're really no longer clones.
yeah, I guess so. Hey.
So it sounds like right now there are only three of the 68 fighters that are considered Echo Fighters. And again, as we said, there was 2 slots left on that amiibo stand, so they may be more. There may be more before the end of tomorrow. So we're looking at 68 characters, possibly 70 by the end of the week.
Yeah,
which is an insane roster.
Yeah, I hope they have at least one more reveal. That would be pretty cool. But we'll see.
My guess is they'll release.
Hey, check this out. I'm looking at on the stream right now. They are showing the Xenoblade Chronicles Challenge mode or something, and Shulk is in here. What is going on?
I don't know.
That is so weird, dude. I don't know what's going on.
Were they in the same universe? I wasn't even sure if they were in the same universe in the first place.
I don't know, dude. That's interesting. I'm excited to see more of that. Because that's pretty interesting. Anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else that you have about that? There wasn't really a whole lot that was announced afterwards, right?
No. I'm looking through here real quick. Yes, I think I said everything. They mentioned new Pokemon can spawn from Pokeballs, new items and effects can appear from items. Like one of which is a fake Smash Ball, which was amusing to watch when someone triggers it.
Yes.
Yeah, all existing Smash Series amiibo will be compatible, and any fighter data saved on them continues through.
Yeah.
And releases December 7th.
Right on, man. Well, I think that's about it. Is there anything that you think we need to cover before we wrap up?
No, I think we covered everything.
Right on, man. Well, hey, that's awesome. Is there anything, like, what are you thinking as far as, like, what you're excited about for this?
Again, I wasn't excited for much. I was probably more excited about some of the games released or announced in the third parties.
Yeah,
they talked about Dragon Quest XI a little bit, even though the Switch release is getting pushed. I still might get it on PS4, but that's just kind of a pain to play it on now.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll probably just wait for the Switch.
Yeah, I was, and again, I kind of knew going in that there was not going to be a whole lot there. Like, people were expecting a bunch of new stuff, and I just wasn't
neither was I.
Expecting it from the beginning. Like those people who were saying, "Oh, well, where's all the new reveals?" It's like that hasn't been Nintendo's way for a long time, right? Like, and
yeah, someone in the Patreon chat said that disappointed that they wasn't a lot of new reveals, but I still added 10 or 15 games to our future game list.
Yeah.
So things were mentioned or shown. They just didn't necessarily talk about them.
Yeah, the thing is that by this time next year, if it's like they're gonna show games that are coming soon, right? Or games that they can announce
and
that they feel ready
while
to...
my half joke of track and field guy for Smash didn't come true, Konami did announce a spiritual successor to track and field called Hyper Sports R.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah,
which is a Switch exclusive. So I'm kind of looking forward to that.
You know what? You know what's another game that I forgot is coming. That, well, I guess it's like an old Wii port, but it's that Wii Sports thing. Remember that? That was announced. It's not Wii Sports, but it's like Wii Sports.
Oh yeah.
How come you never saw that?
Go Vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I saw that displayed at the E3 that I was at 2011. For available to play along, next to the Skyward Sword demo. And
maybe that's why they didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a 7-year-old game ported to the Switch.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, man. Well, I think that's about it, isn't it? Are we good to go with this?
I think
all right.
so.
Well, I don't have any.
And then tomorrow night we'll talk about like some of the other announcements that other people made.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think there's definitely still stuff that we can talk about with all of this. So if you guys reach out on social media, let us know kind of where you're at with all of this. Again, if people are upset, I don't want to tell you that you're wrong, but just check your expectations, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. That's what we tell my kids. So there you go. Anyways, all right. Well, with that, everybody, check out the website, vgtribune.com. Review us on all of the things. Follow us at Nintendo Dads everywhere, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.